Hi, I'm Mike Crab.
And I'm Laurie Schultz. Welcome to the show.
We'll have some caffeinated conversation.
And maybe some special guests along the way.
Who knows where the conversation will go? You're out for coffee with Mike and Laurie. Hello, everyone, and welcome out for coffee
with Mike and Laurie.
We're so glad that you're joining us yet again, and we're really excited because today we're doing something a little different. What are we doing today, Laurie?
We are in a new location, and we're in person, which is awesome. But we are hanging out today on Rob's deck.
Huh. It's the perfect little ambiance right now. First off, we really lucked out with the weather being gorgeous
it's beautiful.
Today.
And now we're on a Tech Wizard deck, all teched up. It's great.
Yeah, so Rob, thank you very much for having us today and allowing us to come and spend this time with you and your lovely
Thanks
home
very much, folks. I'm glad you're here because this would have been a little lonely out here on my deck this morning.
Well, and then so last time we were able to record in person, we were able to do it at the Emporium.
Yes.
Yep.
Which was we were tiptoeing in. It was we were allowed to, but we were just it was weird because we'd only done it on Zoom up until that point. Mm-hmm. So we have one of the in-person ones under our belt, and now to bring us outside, which I think is great because, I don't know, maybe you can hear some birds, some kids playing, and we're really afraid the neighbor's going to start the lawnmower, so that might be a thing that happens.
That might happen yet. We're not sure, but if it does, we'll play it by ear.
We'll take a quick coffee break.
I can hear Rob's little fountain behind me, and it's making me need to pee.
Already.
Oh, no.
But it's okay. It's all right.
That's right, yes. My wife has a little water thing out there in the garden.
A little tinkly. It's all good.
It's a beautiful backyard, I gotta say. This all wouldn't fit on my apartment balcony.
Thank you very much. Well, no, it's not really a balcony backyard, that's for sure.
So, thank you very much for
my fire pit, we just put in, I don't know, 2 months ago we finished putting that in.
That's a sweet fire pit. I almost feel like it needs a photo.
It works.
We'll do a photo.
Yeah, we'll have to get a picture of that, but it works very well. But to build it, I actually put a stake in the ground where I figured it would be kind of centered area and put the chairs back. And I figured, okay, well, that's as far back as the chair goes. And then I drew a circle. It didn't look big enough because what if you put the chair back just a little bit more, so you don't put your feet up on the fire.
Right.
Or even if you want to put your chair back even more so that you don't have to be right close to the fire if it's, it's really going. And before long, it became a 16-foot circle.
You really learned to capitalize on this real estate, eh?
Yeah, it turned out well. We're happy with it.
Are you responsible for crop circles as well?
No, I don't do crop circles.
That's the planning that they do. Let's look back a little bit more.
I saw a video once on how people make crop circles.
Really? I don't buy it. It's aliens.
It's like a 2x4 with strings on both ends, and they step, and then they push the crops down, and they start in the center, and they go, and they make wild patterns.
Lies.
Hey,
it's aliens.
It's aliens.
The truth is out there,
right?
Yeah.
Trust no one.
Well, today, we're really excited because not only are we here in person
the truth is going to be out there.
But we have brought our two best friends along to torture them on this because here's the thing. We have so many lovely memories with our guests here, and we wanted to be able to share them with you. And I'm going to speak on Alyssa's behalf, and she's like a pretty quiet girl, right? So this is outside of her comfort zone a bit, but we're going to chat. We're going to share some stories, and we're going to have some fun today. So I want to introduce my best friend. This is Alyssa Armstrong. We've been friends since kindergarten. What are we at now? 29 years?
One, that's not my last name.
Oh, shit. You're not Alyssa Armstrong anymore. Forever Alyssa Armstrong in my head. Ben who? Yeah. This is Alyssa McMahon.
McMahon, yes. Yeah. Hello. Very happy to be here. You guys are way too good at this, and watching you, I'm like, oh, can't do this.
Well, I'm
going to.
It'll be great.
And Laurie, who's your guest today?
Well, my oldest friend in the whole world, my best buddy, I'd say Susie Egan, but that's not her last name either. This is Susie Ward. I guess Sue Ward or Susan Ward. Susie's so elementary school, but we've known, well, no, she's still Susie. She's still Susie. Susie and I have been best buddies since we were also in kindergarten, which is almost 40 years at this point.
Wow.
That's a long time.
To put up with Laurie.
Time, exactly.
I am right here. I can hear you.
Exactly.
I am sitting right here. But Susie and I went to kindergarten together, all the way through elementary school together. Mm-hmm. We went to high school together. We sang in a band in high school together. We took the same college program together. sang in another band in college, and then we ended up working at the same preschool together.
Holy.
And then I'm like, I have got to get away. And then
I think it was the other way around.
I know,
Yeah.
that's possible.
That makes
It's possible.
that reads a little true.
But yeah, and now we live
you
in
guys-
but now we still sing in a band together, and yeah,
What's your band called?
we're Weeping Willows
And what do the Weeping Willows sing?
songs. I don't.
Do
Is
you
this
have,
a trick
do you have
question?
like a signature song
Oh.
that you guys love to sing? I've heard you guys perform quite a few times.
I don't know.
Beautiful.
Do we have a signature song we love to sing?
All of them.
All of them.
There's video of you guys out there performing.
There's a video.
So we'll share some of that too, because I got to see you guys with Dave DeYoung at Aeolian Hall.
Yes, that's I think my favorite time that we've.
That was a
Done anything.
beautiful. That was a beautiful concert. That was a very and the venue was gorgeous. I'd
lovely
never been in
venue.
there before,
Yeah.
and it just like perfect. It sounded gorgeous.
thank
The
you.
acoustics in that room really.
So funny story. We were supposed to do Aeolian Hall again. Aeolian Hall. Sorry, Aeolian
wake up that
Hall
mouth.
again. Yes. That's what she said? No, sorry. Anyway, we were supposed to do it in 2020, and we added another Willow because it's Dave DeYoung and Sue and myself.
Yeah.
Well, Sue's husband Jay used to play in the band that we were in years ago.
okay.
And we're like, Jay would be a great addition to the Willows. So it was going to be Jay's debut performance with us. And it just never happened. So we still need to
So
have
poor
our...
Jay's still
Yes.
in the sidelines, just waiting for his
Yes.
turn.
Jay's our limbo Willow. So yeah, he's a Willow in limbo. So we've got to figure out a way to do something and pull Jay out of the...
And be able to
Yeah.
engage Jay a bit in
Yes.
some singing fun.
Yes.
Aw.
Jay plays everything. Jay plays
Everything.
every instrument.
Do you play anything?
Just the boron.
The what?
The boron,
What the heck is that?
it's a Celtic drum.
Ooh.
And I'm just probably...
It's like a
at-
hand drum, or do you got like drum?
Yeah, handheld.
Drum paddles. What are they
Yes.
called?
You've seen it. You've seen
Sticks.
hand pedals.
I tried. So clearly, I don't play the drums.
Yeah,
You know, the hand pedals?
It's handheld, and you know, I'm not an advanced player at all. I'm probably
think that
just your
matters.
baseline. But I play it all day with the children that I work with, and they love it.
Oh, nice.
So that's good enough for me.
That's good. Well, you need a bit of an outlet, I think, or else you go a little crazy. So
I
it's
haven't
nice that you
yet
have
played
people
it
that
on
can...
stage yet.
Not yet.
No. No.
I like that
Yet.
you said yet, though. And
Yes.
you're like,
Yeah.
it's not
Soon
happening
to
on
come.
stage. You
Yeah.
just said yet. Well, I appreciate that. And Laura, you play instruments. You play piano. Mm-hmm. I feel like you play the ukulele. You don't play the ukulele.
I
at all, do
have a
you?
ukulele.
Oh, I do too.
Sue has a ukulele.
I do.
And yeah,
I
so
haven't picked it up yet.
I can, I think, play one chord
Oh,
over and over and over again on the ukulele.
I bet it sounds like gold, though.
Sometimes.
one chord.
Sometimes. I've got some time now, and maybe I'll just teach myself a new instrument.
Well, that would.
Why not?
What would be your instrument of choice if you could pick up an instrument right now and play it like perfectly? What would it be?
Oh, I think I'd like to play guitar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's achievable.
I have really tiny hands.
Oh.
I have little T-Rex arms and tiny hands. It's true. I tried to play guitar, and when I was actually in grade 9, I took grade 9 guitar, got a 96% in it. But it was classical guitar, which is fine, but still, I have trouble trying to maneuver
Ranking your wrist around like
the
that?
frets and such, and
Okay.
I have trouble. So, if it's not easy, I just give up.
Oh. Well, I'm glad that talent lies on that side of the table for instrument playing because I can't.
I got nothing.
Alyssa's got nothing.
Nothing.
You have an audience over here, is what you have. A very
We're
eager
waiting.
audience. We
Play
can't
your
wait for the day.
nostrils.
I play my nostrils.
Yeah.
That's another instrument. Thank you. Actually, I don't know if you even know this, but about maybe a month ago, I played my nostrils on the radio and won $100 worth of Lotto Max tickets for doing it.
I think you need a little bit. First off, I have a question about these Lotto Max tickets.
Yes.
Is it like you have to buy $100 worth of Lotto Max tickets in one swoop, or do you like buy a ticket for the next $100 worth?
It was a voucher for 4 draws worth of tickets.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
I won $22.
Hey, that's all right.
Yep, I was up $22.
But tell me, what brought you?
Ate it.
I was gonna say that's what you questioned about. You questioned how the
'Cause I
lotto
heard that-
tickets work. She just said she sang with her nostrils, right?
But I knew about the lotto tickets before, and that was a question I forgot to ask you before. So I needed to get that out of the way, okay? Now,
Now we get to the treat, right?
what happened to get you on the radio playing your nostrils?
The
How did you-
question was, I guess some 12-year-old made some like dialysis machine or something out of Lego,
Oh my goodness!
and they were talking about what possibly did you contribute to the world when you were 12.
Right.
So I'm like,
Just you
I'll
wait.
field that one. And I said that when I was 12 years old, I would entertain family and friends,
Yeah.
whether they wanted it or not, with my bonanza on my nostrils.
Does this mean that we're getting a
Would you
taste
like-
of
Yes.
nostril bonanza?
Yes.
Alyssa wants it.
I want a little bit.
Just a little?
Yeah.
Okay, because I only do encores for cash.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I
You gotta warm
gotta
up.
warm up a little bit here for those who are
Stretch the
listening.
nostrils?
Yeah.
Or do you keep them tight?
Well, I don't know. It's allergy season, so I'm feeling a little bit. Let's see what happens. Sorry, Rob, for anything that might end up on your windsock here. I'm just kidding. I'm usually good at containing. Here we go. Bonanza on my nostrils. Susie knows all this.
I've
She's
been paid under the table for the last 40 years to be her friend.
Just to hang out and level her out?
Here we go. And so on and so forth.
Lori. Okay, yeah,
Thanks.
that
Thank
warrants
you.
a round of
Thank
applause.
You can throw
picturing something
change.
different.
Were you- what were you actually
I was
picturing?
Now you show us
No,
what you thought she was
like-
going to do.
My older sister, like, she can always flare her nostrils out. So for some reason, that's what I was picturing that you were gonna do.
I remember Brienne would do that.
Yes.
And she'd play them to the sound of the announcements at
Yeah.
school, and it looked like the announcements were coming out her nose. I remember that very vividly. I think it was like grade 2.
That's what I was gonna like. That's what I was picturing her.
I see.
But that was amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
It's easy. Anyone can learn. Do you want to learn?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, we could have a whole like choir.
talent.
Do we have to learn Bonanza?
Can this be the new band?
It could be.
Yes.
That's what we'll bring Jay
I'm
in.
ready.
I'm gonna bow out of the band
Weeping
now.
Willow and the Wheezy Noses?
That was good.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my hidden talent.
Oh, well, Lori, that's...
Hey, it won me $100 worth of Lotto Max tickets. Right?
It won you
awesome.
$22 is what it won you.
Okay, but it could have been more. That was for the $70 million draw. You might never have seen me again. You should just be so lucky I only won $22.
So what you're saying is if I get you a lottery ticket for your birthday, I gave you
Yeah.
$70 million.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you win or anything, I gave you $70 million.
And she's gone.
Well, you gave me the opportunity for $70 million, and for that I thank you.
You're very grateful. Okay, all right. You know what? I could live with that.
Okay.
All right. So you and Susie met in kindergarten,
Yeah.
Yes.
and like, is there like, do you have any early day stories, or like, when did you guys know like you had a thing?
We had do you remember our very first performance together? Sue doesn't.
Probably not.
Sue doesn't
I don't
remember.
have a very good memory.
Sue and I performed on stage for the very first time when we were about 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
It was the talent show, and we sang Daisy.
Daisy, yes. Yes, I do remember that. Yes. Yes.
I forget what the teacher's name was, but she played it on the piano,
Yeah.
and we stood on stage and just with Rachel.
Yep.
Rachel DeBach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this
Yep,
like
I do remember that.
Daisy,
Yep.
Daisy? Kevin sings that song all the time. I don't know what it is. I've never
It's on
heard
TikTok all the time.
it.
It's on TikTok?
Oh, but it's
Really?
like a creepy version of it.
Oh.
Probably not nice, like 6-year-olds, but
We probably get a creepy version
it's like
too.
a
'cause
creepy
aren't
video
most
or
6-year-olds
something.
creepy.
Yes.
Sorry. Except for all the ones I know.
So your relationship is deeply rooted in performing.
Deeply.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
See, Alyssa and I, so we met in kindergarten.
Yes.
And immediately became buddies. We were the two at the back of the class because when you sat at the back of the group, you got to sit on your knees, which for some reason was very exciting. So you'd always and we'd be giggling.
Sounds like a version of hell, actually.
It's horrible. Like you always had to sit on the ground in a group of children.
On your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're at the back, you got to be on your so you can see above everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I
It wasn't
guess.
actually cool. It was just like
You got
were
4-year-old
the kid who got
knees,
to sit
so-
on his knees. So what?
Then you've got like 4-year-old knees, not like my knees.
Yeah, we can bounce
I'm just-
back. Is what you're saying? Like you can spend that much time on your knees now?
Yes,
without
I'm just
destroying
sitting
your
here
knees?
thinking about how horrible my life would be if I had to spend any time on my knees.
I thought you were asking for a knee transplant with 4-year-old knees.
Maybe.
That would be quite the
That
sight.
actually would help a lot, actually. If we could arrange something like that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just...
No, we're literally talking about sitting at the back of the class in kindergarten. You didn't interrupt anything
Okay.
super important. But that was where we first kind of bonded.
Yep.
I made you giggle a lot.
Yep. A
Too
lot.
much sometimes, maybe. But we won't go down there.
Did you get in trouble because of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like the trouble was more for me because he made me laugh so much that I'd pee my pants.
I didn't want to be the one to
Okay,
say
I was in
You
kindergarten.
peed your pants?
I was in kindergarten.
That's so great.
He made me pee my pants all the time.
Yeah, I was just going to say, are we just saying the one time? Oh, multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you have something
And
in
we would
common.
giggle so much all the time. Did you pee your pants?
I always pee.
Okay, good. Good.
To this day.
So we had kindergarten, and then we were grade 2, grade
Yep.
4, grade 6, and grade 8 we had together.
Yep.
And then high school was just all over the place.
Yeah.
But
Still
it was
stuck together.
Yeah, we've always been around.
Yeah.
What do we do to pass our time? We don't play instruments or nostrils.
We're not exciting like you guys.
High school years was a lot of movie watching.
A lot of car driving.
Oh my god, we would drive like you wouldn't believe, because what else is there to do in Woodstock in high school when you get your license?
in
Then to cruise the dig.
In Chris's Cavalier.
And my mom's Sandrift color Cavalier.
Yeah.
Is the dig up and down Dundas Street?
Yeah, so
Oh.
what you do is I go pick up Alyssa and her friend Sarah and stuff, and you usually go down here and then you go down, and then you spin around, you go through the McDonald's, like drive-through practically, come all the way down, turn on Perry Street, go around the fire hall and stuff, the old fire hall, and just back, that's the loop, you cruise the dig. And then sometimes, not often with Alyssa though, but quite frequently we go to Critters Lane, 43rd line.
I love Critters Lane. I just found that this year.
You just found it this year?
The
We-
cemetery.
What is that?
Okay, so Critters
We're
Lane.
going for a drive.
So
Oh,
if you head west out of town, you hit the 43rd line. It's just past the drive-in, and it's just this creepy road. There's a lot of ghost stories behind it and stuff like that.
43rd on your left, or right, not on your left.
Yes,
if you're
correct.
coming
You gotta
out
go
of
to the
town.
Because you're
north.
just going to go to Beachville if you go on your left.
Yeah, you got. So
Yeah.
the way it starts is you go out and there's like cornfield on both sides of the road, and then you hit some train tracks, and there's no arms on it or anything. So you got to stop and look both ways before you cross, and then you go, and then you start getting into some really dense forest.
It's the Golspie Swamp.
It is the creepiest at nighttime. There's this one time in high school. This obviously wasn't Alyssa there because she would never have. But
No.
I was out there with friends, and we're all like, let's get out of the car. So we like got out of the car and we just like we're hanging around talking, and we swore we heard screams. And we're like, what the fuck? It was coyotes. We know it was coyotes. But to be out there at like 2 a.m. and hear screams is like just makes your blood run cold. It was the creepiest thing ever.
And there's a little hidden cemetery
Yes.
out there.
Uh-huh. Now, there also used to... So my first time I ever went out to Critters Lane, so there's like the first section is like the forest. Then the next concession is where the cemetery is. And then the third concession, there was this really creepy old house. I was there forever. And my brother had found this with his friends or heard about it or something. And he wanted to take us out. So he took me, Alyssa, his old girlfriend, Lisa, and I think it was Kelly that was with us. And we're driving down Critters Lane. And this is our first time ever there. And I remember... as we're like going through that first little section, going to the train tracks, I was sitting in the back seat and between Alyssa and Kelly, and I felt like scratching underneath. I don't know if we like ran over a branch or something like that, but it literally felt like claws scratching on the bottom of the car right below our feet. And I was like, ooh, it's a critter, like joking around. Deep inside, I was kind of like, what the heck is this? And then further down, like when you can see the forest down the ways a bit, we saw this like... I'm going to say it looks like a torch, like literally a stick with a flame on top. It looked like a little flame like that, but it was really red. And I saw it, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything about this. Was this not the trip you were there? Was
Oh,
that
yeah.
the first time? That was the
No,
first
no,
time,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I just talked about the scratching under the car. I'm not going to be like the one trying to scare everyone. And I'm like, I'm on my lip about whatever the hell that is I see. And then my brother's girlfriend goes, what the hell is that thing? And then we all lose it because we all see this red light. And the closer we get to it, the more it disappears and it's gone. And we're like, that was very odd. Okay. And then, so then we keep going, and then we get to the house. And so the goal was to go in the house. It was really creepy. I remember the kitchen was like a sinkhole. It literally went to a pit in the basement that was just flooded. And then, so it was all like decrepit and falling apart and stuff. And we got there, and we got to the front door.
You
and I
have
was
to
about
go,
to go
but you
in.
have to go. The driveway is blocked off by like it was blocked off by a tree on the ground.
Yeah, so you had to
You
like
have to go around.
yeah, which is a
So
big
you're not
deal.
supposed to go to this house. Okay?
I see. I'm following. Yes.
So we get to
What
the
we
house,
did.
But you did anyway.
and we're about to go in, and Alyssa taps out. She can't do it. It's way too scary out there.
So scary.
So
That's
I had
a
to,
I was like, if we don't leave right
pants-peeing
now,
adventure.
yeah, I will bawl my eyes out, and I was very emotional.
So did they leave you outside alone while they went in?
no, I
No,
went
I made
and
them get
stayed
back
with
into the
her.
car.
I had to go back. My brother, I think, and Lisa.
They
and
went
them
in like a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Now the house is burnt down. Oh wait, we got more stories about this house though, because years ago, because it was kind of like on the outskirts of town, wasn't easy to get in. There's a story that I believe is true.
It is.
It's true.
paper.
The paper did do an article about
Yeah.
it. So years ago.
Yeah, the media would never lie.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 1895ish, somewhere around in that time frame. There was a man out there with his family, and he got a little cabin crazy, and in the middle of the winter, it's Christmas Eve, I think, and murdered his family.
His name was Timothy Topping.
Is this like the Oxford County version of The Shining?
Probably, yeah.
Sure, in a decrepit old farmhouse, and not in a giant, luxurious.
But
creepy
still,
man.
all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he took the axe and he went a swinging. So lots of like really things that are up Laurie's alley. We should probably do some research.
Yeah.
And so we knew these stories when we went there, so it did make it extra scary knowing that that was a thing. And so we waited out in the car, and then we went home. And then not too much longer after that, there was a bushfire out that way, and the house is gone. And I was at Alyssa's house the other day, and I found a newspaper clipping from when it burnt down too.
Yeah.
So we have the story.
Interesting.
I just can't believe that you don't know that, though.
Yeah,
See,
how don't you know
But
that?
she grew up in London.
Oh,
I didn't grow up here.
So did
right,
Susie.
right.
They both grew
Yeah.
up in London, so they don't know it. But maybe there's a night we take Alyssa and Susie out to Critters Lane, and we do.
I don't remember the last time I was even down that street.
I've never been that far on Critters Lane. I've always stopped
So,
at the
at the
like where the
cemetery,
cemetery
right?
is, and
Yeah.
then that road with the big hill
Yeah.
that goes up to Golspie, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never gone past
Past
that.
that. Oh. Well, the house is gone now. It's a pit in the earth. But we can show you where it once was.
Yes.
The cemetery's gorgeous. It's very old.
Yes, it's lovely. I went in and I took some photos of that last
Yes,
fall.
you did, because it was a beautiful walking day.
It was a nice walking day.
So we spent some time at Critters Lane. I spent a lot more.
I think we
than,
went to like the cemetery as well. Do you remember? I think somebody had a flashlight, and they were. I think it was your brother fooling around with like the batteries and stuff.
Oh,
And then somebody started running.
that was me.
Oh,
I think my brother was there because I think I was like, "Hey, watch this," and I took one of the batteries out of the flashlight. And I'm like, "Guys, oh my god!" And it's
Yeah.
pitch black out there in the middle of the night. So I put the backpack on without the batteries in it, and we're all trying to like turn it on, and girls are screaming and running back to
It's
the
a douche
car,
move.
which actually
is.
could have been really like they could have like ran full tilt into a tombstone. And,
I
like,
don't
broke their
usually
shins.
run. Like I don't run.
I hear you.
Okay, but if I'm scared,
You're singing the song
I
of my
will
people.
book it, and nobody's stopping me. Okay, anybody who's in my way, I'll see you later. I will see you later. Maybe.
Do you like scary stuff, or are you like a no go?
I like scary stuff, except with my family, we went through, that little kind of haunted house in Niagara Falls. You
Yeah.
know, the one that's it only lasts like 30 seconds to walk through.
Okay.
I pushed my children ahead of me.
Right, sacrifice.
And I hid
That's right.
behind them, and we're going through, so it was the three of them and then me
Okay.
cowering behind, and my husband was waiting outside.
Was
Well,
he too chicken?
no, not at all. He'll go through. He was just waiting to see if I came out the other side. And so we're going through, and he's hearing screams, which were from me. And then all of a sudden, I yell, "Where did she go?" Because one of my kids veers off in another direction, and then I only have one in front of me now.
Oh no.
And I'm pushing her, and she's screaming, "Mom!"
She was like, "Take this one too! Take this one too!"
And I don't know. It was terrible. So haunted houses or anything like that, I don't do well.
Can't do.
I did come out the other side, but my eyes were closed towards the end, and I guess I sacrificed a couple of my children on the way by. Yeah.
All they really needed was your firstborn.
There you go.
That's all they were. So do you
But
like
yeah.
horror movies?
Oh,
Or?
love.
Oh, interesting.
My husband and I love Horror movies.
Okay.
This
Love
is a
them.
good segue
This is
into a good little story about
Tell
a horror
us.
movie.
Yeah.
Sue,
Halloween.
we went to go see Halloween. This had to be 18, 19 years ago.
Yeah.
That one that came out.
So I was about, had to be almost 9 months pregnant at the time. And so I was 25.
Yeah.
25. And so we're going to see Halloween. And so we get to the front, and there's, like a 17-year-old at the counter. And she asks me for my ID to see Halloween. And
She's
so
25 years old and prego.
yeah. And so, okay. So I show her my ID. Lori and I walk in. Lori never got carded anywhere.
No.
Because
I've always,
always
looked
looked like an old lady. Yeah.
You have a baby
so-
face though.
Thanks.
Like you, I don't know how old you are, but you have a very a
She's
baby
78.
face. Yeah.
I'm 44. Age doesn't mean anything to me. So, but then so we were walking in, and so Lori found that quite funny.
It was hilarious.
And you know how you go into the theater? Well, there was another very young person at that point. I get carded again. How is that even possible? Never in my life have I even seen people card
Card
people
people at the movies?
to go into the movies.
And it's Halloween. Michael
Yeah.
Myers.
So
I got into that movie because I saw it when it came out in the theaters, and I didn't get carded. No, I was in Woodstock though. Maybe you're in an uptight. Was this in London?
Yeah, this would have been
Yes.
Silver City,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
which has the best
So-
popcorn. Hate to say it.
Landmark, I
no.
disagree. Landmark has
Silver
really
City.
good popcorn, and if you get the free bag, it's free refills.
That's fine, but how much popcorn do you need, Mike?
I don't order popcorn when I go to the movies.
Okay, popcorn. Fill half the bag, layer of butter,
Yeah, you would.
another half the bag.
That's, I can't. I
Another
can't
layer
do
of
the
butter.
extra.
So
but
when
that
they're
butter-
getting you your popcorn ready, you stop them
I
when
tell
they're
them no,
halfway.
I just write in the order.
Oh, okay.
say I
It's
need-
like I've never done it, so I don't know how it works.
I
but-
just do my own.
That
I
makes
need
sense.
extra
That
butter.
pump.
No. I want them. I don't work there. They're gonna do it for me.
paying for this.
That's right. When you're paying $11.95 for a little tiny popcorn, somebody else is putting the damn butter on. I'm sorry.
But it leaks out the bottom
That's fine.
sometimes.
That's fine. Then I have that golden deliciousness all over my legs to
Gross.
remind me of.
You're just rubbing your thighs the whole movie.
Yeah. But yeah, I just tell them butter halfway through and butter on top. And they know.
Wow.
They know.
Yeah, I can't do the extra butter. So, ultimate movie snacks. What is your go-to movie snack?
It is that double buttered popcorn with probably a root beer.
Oh.
Yeah.
all right.
I like a root beer every once in a while. I don't drink a lot of pop. I have a soda stream now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you use a lot?
All the time. My delicious water. We've talked about my delicious Culligan water.
Oh yeah.
The little tap.
Hold on, I do need to give a quick update on your
Yes,
tap water
you
situation
do.
because your tap water, like I prefer the tap water over the filtered Culligan stuff. Last time I was there, it tasted normal. So thank you for doing
You're
whatever
welcome.
it was you did to your water.
Change the filter.
So what you're saying is all that like yeah was all right. So your go-to movie snack is popcorn. Susie? What do you get at the movies?
I don't know. I like peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, I can sign up
That's-
for that.
Well, and sometimes Skittles.
Do you ever put them
Just
in the
the
popcorn?
combo.
When you said you divided up your popcorn, I literally
No.
thought you were gonna say you dump a pack of M&Ms or something in there.
I've done that. You get a little sweet, a little salty.
But then when you're reaching in, it would, which is, I guess, a good thing, but it would melt the chocolate and then you'd have chocolate.
It's already covered in butter though.
Yes,
Oh, that's true.
And all the ones will fall to the bottom and like land in this bucket of oil.
I don't see a problem with any of this.
Lori's got a spoon. She's just going to town.
Look at this. Doesn't come from veggies, man. This is double. This is double butter.
This is movie mode.
This
Lori.
is double butter and Reese's Pieces.
What do you eat at the movies? What can't you go to the movies without?
I don't know. I would just get like a small popcorn, but I would also like a slushy, like a slush
Red.
puppy. No.
Slush
Why do you always
puppy.
think it's red?
I don't know. I think because when you were pregnant, you were craving red.
No,
slush
it was a
puppies.
blue one. Blue.
Mike, are you possibly colorblind?
Yeah.
That's my problem. This whole time.
I solve problems.
Can never be a
That's
pilot
what I
now.
do.
Great.
I just saw a reference to that.
Oh.
That was in the movie Sideways.
It was in. It was in.
No, Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I
watched
just
it the
saw
other
a
day and you
reference of
mentioned
that this morning about the kid who was colorblind. And
Did
could
you
not be
watch
a
Little Miss
pilot.
Sunshine this morning?
No, I was reading something.
Because I watched Little Miss Sunshine the other day.
Did you?
Yeah. Anyways, I can't go to the movie without plain M&Ms. I like me some plain M&Ms. Now, candy things. I don't like candy. Like, I like chocolate. I don't like... I
Sugar.
can't do the Skittles.
hate
I can't do
Skittles.
I can't do anything sour, but sour keys and, like... It gets too stuck in your teeth. I just want chocolate.
Well, the problem with Skittles is if you don't have a drink, they can make you choke. I've actually choked.
On Skittles?
On Skittles,
Are
yes.
you, like, really going hand over fist or
You're,
something?
no.
I'm gonna write your
just-
obituary someday, Sue. You know that, right?
If you take down just a couple of Skittles, but you don't have a drink nearby, once you've chewed them up and like that sugar gets down your throat, you almost, it takes your breath away. And you, honestly, my husband and I, we've both like choked on Skittles, yet I still eat them.
Okay, not that I eat, like, a lot of Skittles,
Yeah.
but, like...
It's not a handful. It just needs to be a few, but you need to drink. With
You
it.
need to keep
think
it all
maybe-
lubricated
yes.
so it can flow down.
Maybe an MRI's in order. I don't know.
Rob, what's your go-to movie snack? What do you have to enjoy the movie to its ultimate enjoyment?
I'm a popcorn guy.
All right.
Yeah, I
Do
like
you have
popcorn,
to-
but no butter.
Right.
No, I cannot do the butter.
No butter?
Well, it's because the butter in the butter they use at the theater, it's
run
like
it.
it's like oil.
Yeah.
Like it's like taking like if the butter is frozen at home, and I need to put it on my bread or something, I've got to soften a little bit, so I put it in the microwave.
Yes.
But it's like 11 seconds and it's spreadable. 12 seconds and it's a dish of liquid.
It's like
Yes.
it's literally bubbling.
It's just this liquid oil, and that is what they put on the popcorn at the theater. I cannot stand that. It's too oily and greasy, and so get it with no butter. That's my preference.
Are you like a sweet candy person or are you a chocolate person?
Chocolate. Actually, yeah, I can do both.
Yeah.
I go either way.
Well, they have these like little packs now that are like Maynards and Cadbury or something like that, and you get like little Oreo cookies and stuff in it, and it has like jelly beans and stuff all mixed in. I think they're called Marvelous. No, that's the bar. I don't know. Maybe we should look into it. But there's options for people of all walks of life. Doesn't matter what type of candy you like. There's gonna be one for you. Can you look more
Sorry, I'm just
disappointed in where this conversation has gone? There was no filter to that look you were just giving me.
I hope you caught that, Rob. My had a look of disgust here. I'm just trying to get over going to the
No
movies
butter.
and not having any butter on your popcorn.
You're really stuck on that.
I am, because that's like dry. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but the
choking
butter,
on.
it's the oil. Is it just what they cook the popcorn in?
No.
Because
It
it's
depends
not-
on where you go. See, here's not all butter is created equally. Because if you go to a good place, they use real butter. And it's real butter.
Yeah, but it's still melted down to the oil
Yeah.
part of butter.
You're lubricating your
And
popcorn.
yeah, it's like, no, I'm sorry.
Do you know how much I actually love
No
butter
can
on my
do.
popcorn? Is I will go and I will get microwave popcorn,
Yeah.
and then I'll get a little cup there and put a spoon of butter.
Yeah.
And I'll get that
I
12
know.
second bubble up.
That's
there.
right. Nuke it for all it's worth.
That's right. And I pour
And-
that on my at-home popcorn, and I just shake it, and I'm like, oh.
Kevin does the same.
Love it.
It's too much.
Also, one thing that I don't know if I invented this or if he invented this. One of us invented it. It's very good. If you're looking to spice up your popcorn at home, put a little steak seasoning on it.
I've heard that.
It was really good.
Huh. I
Kevin
got
puts
some
too
of the
much on that.
kernel
It's like
stuff,
the
though.
peppercorns that hit the back of your throat. You're like,
How is it? Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
right back down. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's. I'll make a microwave bag of popcorn. My Act 2 popcorn, which we talked during the movie. That's my
Yes,
Act 1
Act
popcorn.
2.
But aside from that, Landmark. Plus, Landmark has the best lounge chairs. I don't know. We went to the movies a lot. Grade 8. That was the
I
year
was
we
like
went.
growing up, yeah.
Literally every Friday we
Oh,
went
yeah.
to the movies to see
It was
stuff.
in that note from Sarah.
We were going through old memory bins the other day, and we found like notes. Like, you know how like you would leave a note and you'd fold it up all funky and you like slide it to your friend.
Yeah.
And always said like
The
PS
original,
right back at the bottom.
the
at
original
end of it.
text message.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old school texting.
Check
We've had
yes
one.
or no.
Love you like a sister.
Love you like a oh yeah, ILYLAS. And we were going to the movies that night.
Yes. All the time.
All the
I
time we went
cleaned
to
the
movies.
living room downstairs, the fireplace room. I got my money, and then we went to the movies.
See, we used to too. Like it would be past bedtime. It'd be like during the summer, so we didn't have school the next day or anything like that. But like I was supposed to be in bed, and I would like, my mom would be in the living room, and it'd be like 11:30 at night, and I would sneak out the back door. My mom's learning this right now, and I would sneak out the back door, and because Alyssa lived 2 blocks away, and go to her house, and I would go and tap on her bedroom window. And it would scare the shit out of her.
Let's just say I was on the main level also. He didn't climb like the house.
trellis?
I was on the main level. I was the only bedroom on the main.
And I would scratch on your screen.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. She'd have a shit fit. And then I'd go in and we'd hang out and watch movies.
Yeah.
Wedding Singer, Mr. D. It was a lot of Adam Sandler movies,
It
I feel like,
was.
actually, back in those days. So I would, like, sneak out of the house to go hang out with
my
my best
house,
friend and watch
yeah.
movies and not get up to any trouble or anything. But
2 blocks away.
so risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I spent most of
Sneaking out,
our youth doing things on purpose. Well, it might not have been on purpose, but it probably kind of was, to embarrass Susie.
Yes, I embarrass
you the one in the
very,
group that-
very easy. So
So, of course,
my
Laurie's
cheeks
gonna
will go
lean into
redder
that.
than they naturally are, and yeah, it basically the whole childhood, adulthood has just been built on embarrassment.
Yeah. Yeah. Susie's the introvert of the friendship.
Right.
I know.
Alyssa, too. Like, we're a bit of a yin and yang, I feel like. Like, we got kind of everything about us is opposite in the most ways, but I think that's why we need each other.
If we weren't friends like in kindergarten and built that relationship, we would not be friends right now.
I think that's what makes a good friendship.
I
is
think so, too.
being able to acknowledge that it probably wouldn't work now. But we need it.
He's too outgoing for me. Like, I'm not. I stay home. That's it.
It's good
I
that I
don't
made
do
her wet her
anything.
pants back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
That's how we got
kept
it.
her hanging on.
That's
Maybe
how
the
you-
day will come again.
That's how you pin down a friendship right there. P. Right now. P. Yeah. Sue, do you remember? I'm sure you remember. Sue made crib notes for some of this today.
That's just who I am.
And I'm just looking at, this one.
oh, that's so embarrassing.
Do you got a story?
Yes.
Okay, in high school.
We were in high school.
I really, really liked this guy. And
She did.
Lori made it her mission in life to just always embarrass me at any chance she would get. So he was standing right there in the hallway, and I was standing there too, and Lori's walking by.
And I said, hey, you two making love yet? And just kept walking by.
And as a young teenager, that is just,
Oh, it's mortifying.
it is mortifying.
Oh, Sue went every possible shade of red there was, and I didn't hear the end of that.
And
But
you
it was
loved
great.
it.
It was worth every second of that. Yeah.
Aw.
But she's been able to get me back a few times.
See, I feel like, what's your version of getting back, though? Because I feel like you're too sweet to actually, like, get her back.
I just look sweet on the outside.
Deep down, there's
Actually,
some Laurie in there.
well, it's funny because all the way through school and that, Lori and I have this banter, and everyone is just appalled. Like, their mouths gape when they hear us talking to each other because they just think, like, what are you going to say to that? Like, how would you
say
talk
that
to you like that? Okay, so once we were in, what class was it?
I don't know. It was in college.
No. The other one. In high school,
Oh, maybe.
in the, I don't know, family something class. Okay, so this is how we talk, but everyone was so angry at me. So, there's this beeping outside.
It's like, just beep, beep.
Just like that.
beep.
So I turned to Lori, because this is what we do, and I turned to her and I'm like, hey, you backing up, Lori? Okay, but this is what we do.
Yeah.
But everyone
I played that
was
up, though.
How
just,
dare you? Oh, that's
Right.
so
They were
rude.
so upset with Sue, and I was,
And Laurie's killing herself, or did you
so
lean into
sad.
it and we're like, oh,
I'm so sad about this.
you're such a
she's
jerk.
like, good one. Yes, that's a good one. But
It's
yeah.
really good, yeah.
But that's how.
But we
yeah.
we were in the same college program together, right? And we'd taken all the same classes. So I'd walk in, hey, loser, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, nothing much, moron.
Yeah.
And all these girls were like, you talk to each other like that? Sure do.
That's true
Yeah.
friendship.
Her nickname was Foreskin for so long.
Hold on.
Why?
No.
Why not?
There's no
reason.
There's no reason.
Oh,
she
no
would
story.
She would. Okay, so she was big on making birthday cards, and I still have them to this
precursor.
day. I just found my 17 year old birthday card the other day, and I was showing it to my children. But the whole card is pictures of herself on my birthday card, and she would just be like, "Happy birthday, freak show foreskin."
Yeah.
This is how.
There's just so much love in
They were the
that.
original jerk cards.
Yes, and just with a whole bunch of photos of herself, and this is. Yeah.
Or just
I have a whole stack of
You're
these.
so thoughtful.
we
Yeah.
used to sit and just record ourselves talking.
Oh.
Just like, we're talking like cassette tapes. Kids, cassette tapes are little tiny things with actual tape inside.
and you have to use a pen to rewind them.
Yeah.
Yes. And we would just press record and record our conversations for what reason, I don't know.
For future podcast episodes,
But
you have these recordings
Yes.
still?
Years later, we'd listen back, and
And I still have
do you
the
have
one
that?
tape. Yes.
I think Amanda was there too.
Yeah,
There was
we're
three of
in
us.
my room, and we're just, recording.
You're making fun of the fact that my jeans were too tight.
And then she blurts out, "Oh, well, I just gained 10 pounds." And
It was 12.
12?
I just gained 12
Okay.
pounds. Right to the ounce. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
then,
still have that
years
tape.
later, you listen back and you're like, why? What? In the videos. We would make music videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, of us sometimes lip syncing.
Right. Was it
And-
always to the family? What's her
Wilson
name?
Phillips.
It was
Oh,
mostly
oh,
Wilson
oh,
Phillips.
I can get
Wilson
behind that.
Phillips.
Yeah. It was mostly
I was thinking the
Wilson
Rankin
Phillips.
family is who I was thinking
That came later.
Yeah.
The Rankin Obsession came a bit later.
Oh, okay.
But it started out with Wilson Phillips.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we've got all these things. And I was in a broadcasting class in high school. So I actually made music videos based on some of our clips of us.
Oh,
just,
interesting.
yeah, really cool.
We had to make a music video once in school, and it was meant to be about juxtaposition, and it wasn't at all. It was like a scary theme song, and we did it out at Critters Lane. Do you remember that?
Oh, and we had to watch 13 Ghosts.
Yeah, because we were pulling like
Oh.
clips from movies and stuff. Oh, that was not a
Hated
good
it.
project for Alyssa.
It's horrible,
It's a
especially the one that has the box on
Yeah,
its head.
yeah.
Terrifying.
The jackal?
Absolute terrifying.
What do you find more scary, ghosts or zombies?
Oh my god. They're both so real.
But which is scarier, the ones that run fast or the ones that are slow?
Fast one!
Like,
The fast one!
even the undead can run faster than me.
They're stumbling along.
I gotta get in shape. Well, round is a shape, though, isn't it?
gonna
Round
be
is a shape.
We're only exercising for the zombies.
We were out at Critters Lane and we were filming this, and we made our poor friend Sarah, she's pretty scared of stuff too. Probably you didn't have to do it because you're like, just fuck no. It's
Yeah.
like that decision was made up. I keep
No
dropping
arguments.
F-bombs too. That's how much fun I'm having. But we made Sarah lay in that cemetery in the middle of the night on Critters Lane, and I had
How does
fishing
one
line.
make her lay there? Did
Get down and lay.
And
This is
she
your
just
spot.
did?
Go
This
there.
is-
You got to pretend you're
What
sleeping.
kind of
and
person just, okay.
Our
Was
third
she-
little,
she was
our
Sarah.
third little one in our trio. She just, she did
It was
what
always
she
the
had
three
to
of
do.
us. It was always the three of
Yeah.
us.
The weakest one of the bunch, huh? You kind of gang up
she
and
Do you know
there?
what? In the hallways at high school, it would be the three of us walking down the hallway. And you know what Mike would do? He would get down on all fours and start like growling
What?
and like he
Spider
would
Ready?
yes, and he would be
What?
running around there and trying to take Sarah down. It was always
Wait,
Sarah
hold
to
on now.
take her down.
Let's go back to that for a second. Go into a little more detail with that.
It-
Mike's on
I
all
would
fours in the
literally-
hallway.
I would just, Alyssa would be like, get her. And I go, and I'd fall to the ground, and I'd literally start like running on all fours, and she
Yeah.
would just be screaming down the hall. Grab her by
yeah.
the legs.
in high school,
Yeah.
not even elementary school. This was high school.
See, you got off easy.
I think I chipped her tooth too the one day, just like I think I chipped Sarah's
Poor
tooth.
Sarah.
Poor Sarah, right? Oh, we're so glad she was put up with all our shit. We made her lay in the cemetery in the middle of the
Yeah.
night. She did not want to, but it's for the project, it's for the greater good. So she did it. And I had a fishing line on the little white gate that they had there. And you must have ran the camera, and you walked in. I opened the gate, so it looked like it was open on its own. I felt
Like, where's
so-
that video now?
Miss Jones has it.
Oh.
I don't know. I remember. I don't think we finished it properly. I think the project was like
I think
wrapped
we
up
just
and
gave
never
up.
did it. Yeah.
2 weeks left. fun.
Too many horror movies for Alyssa. She can watch them all. We
Did,
really tried.
did you pay for the capping of her teeth or no?
Probably not, no.
Oh, she had dental insurance.
Well,
I almost chipped Susie's tooth once.
how?
Yeah. Well, see, like I said, we sang in a band in high school, and Sue, as lovely as she is, doesn't like to be front and center.
I'd rather be totally behind the scenes. No one can see me.
Yeah.
Just adding to the
Yeah.
vibe of it all.
Yes.
So Sue has a lovely voice, but would never sing into the microphone.
Okay.
And so she's always off to the side, and I'm like singing into the microphone. And then, so at the same time that she went to get a little closer to the microphone, I took the microphone and went like this and
As
banged her.
she's yelling, Sue, sing into the mic! And, yeah.
And obviously in front of an audience too? Or was
No,
this
it was
like
a
rehearsal?
rehearsal.
I
mode?
think it was
Okay.
a
I was
rehearsal,
like, oh my
yeah.
God, Lori.
That would be
Not
so
that
sweet.
it makes it any better, but like,
No, but it's so much better in front of an audience. Bleeding all over the place.
Oh,
We'll be back,
no.
folks. We'll be back.
oh no.
No, she wasn't bleeding.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
No,
you
but she was
continued
mad
the
at me for a
Yeah.
little bit.
I
Well,
would
it
too.
hurt.
Yeah.
I have a chip in my front tooth.
Yeah, that's always been a part
Were you
of
not singing into the microphone?
No, I was probably just walking, and my dad tripped me,
Oh.
and then laughed. And
So for
laughed.
our regular guest, your dad is Dan, who we've talked about multiple times.
Yep.
He would probably make a good guest one day, but get that beeper sounding ready. I think Rob has a message for us. It's we're getting there, eh? Aw.
Already.
We didn't
See,
see it
this
goes
is really
fast.
Yeah.
It goes by quickly.
Our gals here, they were a little nervous today and didn't know, if they'd be able to talk for this long. I'm like, oh, you just wait.
It's amazing how
You
quickly
just
we
wait.
can do it.
Yeah.
And I will say, I'm really glad you guys came because I know for Alyssa, this is outside your comfort zone.
Very
but
much.
You didn't hesitate for a second. You're like, yeah.
I love the show. Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah. It's really nice that you're able to.
I wish it was more than once every 2 weeks, though. So that's my
We'll
only
work
problem.
on it.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
Now that you're off for what?
I'm off for a little while. I'm off for 14 months, so maybe we can
Am I
work
allowed
on
to say
it.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get fired or anything. It's okay. I took a leave from work, so I'll have some extra time.
Yeah. Well, was there any stories that we wanted to share that we didn't get a chance to share? I know we're very conversational today.
On here,
I loved
Sue.
it.
On here. Is there something
I
on your
don't
list
know.
here that we need to...
Is there?
Oh, that one was good.
that was the mirror?
Yeah.
Sue and I used to go to Weight Watchers together.
Okay.
Probably several different
and
times.
Lori, I'll just sum it up quick. So Lori would give herself a new hairdo like every week. She would color her hair. She would just all
my own hair.
herself.
Yeah.
Okay. Never at a hairdresser's. So we're in Weight Watchers. We're standing in the bathroom. The meeting had already started, so it was silent out there. And we were in the bathroom. Lori had just colored her hair salmon color. And she didn't notice, but yep, she was now bald in spots on her head that she did herself. And at the time it was quite funny, but I was pointing it out to her in the bathroom. We were laughing
Like that's-
so much.
That's where you discovered you had these holes in your hair? Was in the bathroom at Weight Watchers?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Sue probably knew the whole damn time, but just didn't tell me.
I'm going to wait till we're there.
Yes,
Oh,
Don't
but
put
then,
on a hat.
do you remember the one time though that you went out and you were sitting waiting for it all to start, and I stayed in the bathroom? Not that we had to go to the bathroom together. I mean, there was more than one stall in there. Like,
Right.
I didn't need help or anything.
is that when you were laughing by
I
yourself?
was laughing my head
Yes.
off. I was just. I'm an idiot sometimes. I was making faces at myself in the mirror, right up close, like right up to the mirror.
Yeah.
Just I don't know what I have problems
Right.
sometimes. And I was laughing so hard at this, and I didn't realize how loud I was laughing. But when I came out, Sue was like, oh, God.
Once again, embarrassed.
Everybody knows we come in together. Blah, blah. Everybody knows. See, I'm getting all animated. We come in together every week, and everybody knows that we leave together, so we're friends, right? And I'm sitting in there, they can hear all this crazy maniacal laughter from the bathroom, and they're all
I have an
looking at
empty
Sue.
seat beside me.
They're all looking at Sue like,
And I'm
"It's
just
you,
like-
right? It's your friend, right?" And I come out because I don't give a shit. I come out, I'm like, it was so much fun in there. Sue's like, oh my god. But that's what makes us us.
Right.
Yeah.
You need that balance and
Yeah.
that and everything. Oh,
We
yeah.
did have a really brief time where we didn't speak.
That is true.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
we had a
Was there a
little
reason?
falling out.
Yes.
It was a boy.
It was a boy.
Oh, it was over a stupid boy.
Yeah.
Aw.
You
We
know.
lost 2 years. We had to make that
Oh,
up.
Yeah.
shit. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a long time.
2 years.
Yeah.
So we're catching up to you with how long, because we've never had
Never
like a
fight?
not this
No.
week. No, never.
But you see, that's what can make you stronger,
Yeah.
right?
No, I agree.
And then you
Yeah.
come back from it, and you're like, oh,
Then I ended up in her
that was so
weddings.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yep. Weddings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll say too. So one of my favorite memories was Alyssa's wedding. She asked me. I was in her wedding, which is the first wedding I've been in a really long time.
Even though my daughter thinks that I married him.
Yeah, she doesn't get it. She sees the wedding
Yeah.
photo and sees.
She's like,
Alyssa's-
who is this guy? I'm like, that's Uncle Mike. She's like, why are you marrying him?
I bet you Kevin
like,
has the
I'm
same
not.
damn question.
But I also got to MC.
Yep.
And
That was awesome.
One thing I know about Alyssa, she doesn't like to be the center of attention necessarily.
At
So
all.
I took that spotlight. And so for her wedding, so they had just got married. It was right, I can't remember if it was right before or right after you had your 10-year anniversary of dating, Ben.
After.
Just after.
Just after.
They were dating for 10 years. So I thought it would be fun. So I took a snippet of a love song from every year they've been together, and I performed
Aw.
this whole thing where it was like all lined up, and we had
Isn't that
props,
nice?
and the bridesmaids were with me, and they like ran out and like put a hat on me and slapped a keyboard on my lap, and I was Jason Mraz, and then that went away, and they brought in a guitar, and I was Ed Sheeran, and it was just like, and it went through.
It was so
pretty
great.
That
fun.
was very
It was
thoughtful.
so good.
It was a lot of fun.
And he kept it so secret too. Like he was getting together like with my friends
Yeah.
that weren't
Yeah.
and like secretly doing it all.
We became really good buddies, the
Yeah.
group of us, from
Yeah.
doing that. So it was a lot of fun. So
You're a really
Aw.
good friend. You're a much better MC than I was.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I called. Apparently, I don't remember doing this.
You did it.
But
You really did it.
Apparently,
you
I
do?
called Susie's new husband by her first husband's name at
At
the
the
wedding.
wedding.
That's a
During
bit of
my
a
speech.
problem, Lori.
We thought it was quite funny. And then
Well, we all
when
knew
we
each other.
talked later in our speeches, we made sure to comment on that again.
I blocked it out. I still don't think it happened. I think she's just bullshitting me right now, but that's fine. No, we all knew
Amazing.
each other.
Right.
I'm
literally
low.
out of coffee.
I'm getting low here, man.
I think that's the episode.
I am so happy that we did this.
Me too.
Yeah,
I
Thank
really
you so much.
appreciate
fun.
you
Thank you
guys
for
having
joining
us.
us.
Yeah, this was nice.
Thank you very much for coming and joining us. And
Better
thank
than
you.
I expected.
Oh. I'm glad to exceed your
We have
expectations.
low expectations here.
That's why
Anybody
that's
can
why
get
I
over that
live,
bar.
to
Oh.
exceed your expectations. Thank you all very much for coming out and joining us. Thank you to Rob for setting up this
Yes.
amazing opportunity to allow us to come. No lawnmowers went
Nope,
yet.
it's all good.
We still have some more episodes.
Haven't
to
peed
film,
my
I think.
pants yet.
Not
The
yet.
Fountain hasn't. Not yet. There's still time. There's still time. Okay.
And I also want to say thank you to Lori. Look at this wonderful cup she's got me. A little mug. We got a little out for coffee with Mike and Lori with Tech Wizard Rob on the back there. It's too cold right now. I need to warm this up.
Yeah.
So let's go get a fresh cup of coffee.
All right.
But everyone, thank you so much for coming out and joining us. And we hope to see you next time. Thanks for coming out for coffee.
With Mike and Laurie.
Bye, guys.
Do you have questions, comments, or ideas for a future show? Reach out to Mike and Laurie on their social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or email us at mikeandlauriesocials@gmail.com.